Right.
Listen, Kiwi music, Split Enz, my first love.
Cool.
Split Enz, Neil Finn, Tim Finn, obsessed. Just love their music, Crowded House. But the first band that really, really inspired me was actually Muse.
Okay.
Just listened to Absolution, completely fell in love. And that was the first time I thought, maybe I could be in a band.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I could do this. And I just listened to it on repeat. And that's before I'd sort of discovered anything heavy. Never listened to heavy music before.
Right.
I didn't even hear any screaming until I was probably 18.
Right, wow, that's quite late in the game.
I had no idea. Really got into Alexis on Fire. They're a Canadian. They're phenomenal. Heard them for the first time and just completely fell in love with the heavy music. And I'd probably say Alexis on Fire, Parkway Drive.
Yeah, know them.
Yeah. Parkway Drive, and probably those two were my biggest influences. The ones that really inspired me to go like, yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna be in a band. I want to do that. Like, just in love with them.
So were you singing or were you playing an instrument like before you discovered heavier music? Like what were you?
I was actually classically trained.
Really?
Yes, I was. So my parents had big dreams for me to be an opera singer.
Wow.
So from the age of about 5 until I was 19, I had classical music lessons.
Right, so you're still making just as much noise really, but
exactly, same amount of intensity, but just very different.
Different tone.
Very different tone, different,
So were there any because metal's an interesting scene because there aren't many women in metal at all. Did you have any influences or inspiration? Are there any role models for you to look up to, or even just women to look to sideways from your career?
Yeah, it's a really good question. My role models were men growing up because there weren't any women.
Yeah.
And I didn't really get the memo that was a problem. For me, it was it wasn't about the fact that they were a man. It was I can do that too.
Yeah.
They're doing it, I can do that.
Yeah.
But the first female screamer that I really identified with is Elisa Whiteblitz from originally The Agonist, but now she's the vocalist for Arch Enemy.
Okay.
So she is just incredible. And she was the first woman I ever heard scream.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right.
Did that change your approach to screaming at all? Because I don't know, because I got into trying to do screaming when I was late teens as well. I started getting into August Burns Red and Architects and love lots of bands from that scene. And so I was kind of like, maybe I want to go more in that direction because I was playing guitar as well and I was copying, doing what they do.
Yeah.
But I only got into screaming a little bit and then I was like, no, I think singing's more for me, but I use screaming as an influence to how I deliver more yelling sort of screaming.
Yeah.
But is there a difference in the way men scream to women scream? When you first discovered that woman screamer that's kind of an influence to you, did that kind of change your approach at all?
Yeah, that's a good question. And when people say to me, how do you scream as a female? I want my response to be, there's no difference.
Yeah.
Because we both have the exact same vocal cords.
Yeah.
But it does sound different. So you can't deny that there is a difference.
Yeah.
But no, it never really changed my mind. I was just pretty set on, I will scream.
Yeah.
It took me many years to learn how to scream, and probably because I'm a girl and it didn't come naturally, that aggression didn't come naturally.
Yeah.
It's how do I do this? And I spent many, many years just learning the technicalities of how to do it.
Yeah.
Because I don't scream from just aggression, I'm just going to scream now. I learned it as a technique.
Yeah.
So perhaps that plays into the gender thing. I know a lot of guys, when you ask them, how do you scream? I just do it.
Yeah.
I just get out there and I just do it.
Yeah.
For me, I had to really treat it like an extra skill set and learn how am I going to do this, because it's not natural to have that.
Or sometimes I wonder if it's because women are quite a lot more, we kind of think before we act, or we want to know the best way to do something, or
so true.
And we're quite conscious of our health, and guys aren't. They're just let's scream. I don't care if I blow out my voice because they're not thinking that. Do you find that you had that approach? You wanted to learn to do it without damage, and
definitely.
So I wonder if that's a woman thing as well, because even with me when I meet other guy singers, more experienced ones, sure, but ones that were kind of at my level when I was getting into music, I was interested in looking up vocal warm-up techniques and vocal health online and learning what I need to do every day to keep it healthy and what I need to do before and after a show. Whereas other guys that were at my same level just just go out there and do it, and they get off stage and they can't talk anymore. And I wonder if that's a female kind of trait that we look into protecting and
Yeah, because for me it's definitely political. It's exactly, and so much control around, oh my god, what I do, and I've got to have routines that I can't before I get on stage, like 3 days beforehand, don't talk to me, I can't go anywhere, I've got to stay home, I'm going to drink my tea. Like it's definitely a really, that's a good point. I don't know.
Because it just makes me think about, how traditionally, like, I don't know if it's a gender role that's been fostered or whether it is actually just genetic. Like, women, like, we want security and like we do want protection, and like even just in our lives, like we think about the future a lot. We're quite an anxious gender.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I wonder, that's why I wonder if it all ties into that, because we want the security of, well, I know I like music, so I want to protect it and know the best practice so I can do it for the rest of my life, and I know it will be a secure skill that I have. I've never thought about that before, but it just made me think about that.
Either. Like when I compare the way I learnt to scream and how to harness that compared to singing, singing came really naturally, and I still sort of sing in a very clean way around this city, but so I never put a lot of thought into how I would do that, but so much anxiety came with screaming for me. It took me years to learn. I felt a lot of anxiety and shame about how it sounded, because it sounded like a girl screaming. It's not a man. I'm never going to sound like my idols and the people that I love, and I was really embarrassed for a really long time learning how to scream, and I had to overcome so many obstacles in my mind. I would scream and it would squeak. I would develop weird squeaks before playing shows. Oh my god, and I'm losing it. Where's it going? Oh my god,
and
why
you're
can't
like
I scream?
doing it to yourself, eh?
Exactly, it's purely mental. And I actually had my singing teacher examine my vocal cords one day, and he said, all right, let's have a look. Had a look at them, and he went, now listen, they're the same vocal cords you sing with, Alex. If you can sing with them, you can scream with them. There's absolutely nothing wrong. I was like, oh my god, this is just... the mind is just a very powerful tool.
And I think like women musicians' minds take over a lot more than guys' minds. Like I'm the same with my vocals. Like even when we were recording our album last year, like all of a sudden when it got to vocal week, I felt so precious. Like fuck, am I gonna do what? And I actually made myself sick, and then I couldn't sing. Got like I don't even know what I had. The doctor couldn't diagnose it, but another guy in the studio ended up getting strep throat, so we think it was that. But like. Who would I have caught that off? Like it was just that I was so anxious about, oh my god, what if my vocals do this, or it's sounding scratchy before it even started. When I warm up, it doesn't feel like it's getting loose, and all this stuff that I actually like did it at the detriment of my actual recording session. I couldn't get the vocals done. So
maybe we're so in tune with our own bodies that we wake up that morning and go, oh my god, something's wrong, what is it? I need to find out, I need to protect. And you're right, it must be instinctual, because I don't think men do that.
No, I don't think many of them would. There's probably men out there that do, like really like anxious men, but I still think it's like probably like the default thing in women. Like most of us do that.
That's really good point.
And you said before that you've had in the past like guys being like, how did chicks scream, and you're just like, well, how did guys, like it's just the same. Have you had like many experiences being a woman in metal where not just like with your artistry, but just general like fuckery coming at you, like just for being a chick? Like,
on my way here this morning, I was just having a quick read through Facebook. I'm like, I'm just going to go out because I know it's there. But I decided to go back and pick out a few instances, and people are obsessed with gender. So they can't critique me as a musician. They have to critique me as a female musician. And so I was reading a few comments on Facebook. One we got was, another excellent band ruined by a terrible female vocalist. It's like, well, I'm not a female vocalist, I'm a vocalist. There's no difference.
But that's interesting, because then they judge your terribleness on being a woman. Whereas if they didn't think about the gender, they would be like, she's pretty fucking good.
We had a guy ask us once, send us a message, I love your music, it's so wonderful, great vocalist, Alex, but any chance any of the guys in the band are going to do any vocals? Well, I'm the vocalist.
We're just going to get the drummer to just chuck off the kit and just start.
And it was an assumption that apparently they've got these skills that, and mine aren't good enough. But it wasn't that. Are you going to get male vocals in there? So I am a vocalist at the end of the day. I don't breathe any different. I don't walk different. I don't do anything different. I don't sing or scream any different to any guy. And so it's just this obsession with being female. And another few instances we were looking for a guitarist, and we were advertising publicly on Facebook, and a few people were responding back going, and I don't want to be crude, you can cut this out if I'm not allowed to say this.
Be crude, alright.
Basically it was, shit band, I'd fuck the girl though. A few of those comments. When I was playing a gig last Thursday night, I was on stage warming up, and a guy walked up to me and said, hi, I was paid $5 to come and get your name, how you going? And I was like,
Paid $5?
I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, so he was paid to come over and talk to me.
Right.
And felt like it was appropriate for him to come up to me while I'm on stage and basically try and whatever it was. And I was like, you're not taking me seriously. Like, I'm here, I'm trying to perform. Like, fuck off. Like,
and you don't see them doing that to any of your guys.
You never do it to a guy. And I was really thinking a lot more about this. And another thing that I've found quite interesting is the use of saying you're a female-fronted band. So that's quite a hot topic at the moment.
Yeah.
And the thing that I can't get my head around is I can't do anything about the fact that I'm female, but aside from that, it's one word. It's the word female. And so putting in a tagline, female fronted, it doesn't actually change anything. It's not changing. There's an assumption that that's giving me an advantage, and that's not fair.
Yeah.
That's not fair that you put female fronted in there. Stop doing that.
Yeah, I agree.
What's unfair about that? I think you're over sexualizing the whole thing. What am I hoping to achieve?
Yeah.
It's purely because there's not many female screamers, there's not many females in bands. The same people criticizing are the ones going, where are the females?
Yeah.
Where are the females? Why aren't they there? More chicks should be in bands, but don't you dare say you're a female fronted band. So I've always thought that was really weird as well.
Yeah, really.
I just don't understand the obsession, and it's something that I wasn't prepared for coming in. I just put my head down. I'm just like anyone else. These guys are my best friends.
Yeah.
You're in a band as well with lots of guys, and it's like you're just one of the
you're just mates playing music together. Exactly. What are you wanting to do, like, moving forward, like, with what are Drown the City up to, like?
Oh, a lot of things. We're quite new, actually, so we withheld a lot of our online presence. We've been writing music together for a couple of years, sort of preparing our release. Yeah. And so since December last year we came out, and we've just tried to push it as hard as we can. But we're just focusing on writing as much music as we can, because I think that's the downfall for a lot of bands, that they come out with this product and they tour it, and then they have to take a break. Yeah. And they don't have anything to put out there, and unfortunately content is key. I mean, if you don't have the content, people are just going to move on to another band. Exactly. And it's quite crushing, actually. You've got these highs and these lows of people coming in and being so interested in what you're doing, and I mean, even in our short space of time, we've had ups and downs of interest as well, so we're just writing as much as we can, as often as we can, always prepared for any opportunity coming up. But we're playing some pretty good gigs the rest of the year. We'll announce some soon. Cool. We haven't sort of unleashed them yet, but we're playing a really great festival next year, which is the highlight, I think, for us currently, which is a Unify festival called Unified. Right. And that's another interesting point as well, because there's only 2 females playing that festival. Right, okay. Yeah,
who's in it? Is the other one Ika? No, that was a different thing.
So it's actually a heavy festival, and there's myself and another band called Saviour who've got a female vocalist as well. Yeah. A vocalist. Yeah. Not a female vocalist, just a vocalist.
Just a vocalist,
I know. And out of
the vagina.
I know, and out of 220 musicians, there are only 2 females playing, and so that received a lot of... That sort of really sparked a big debate in the last couple of months on what's going on, where are they?
Yeah, let's give you this gift.
All right. I can't eat it, Roy, you got to come represent for us.
Can he eat it?
Oh yeah, you can eat it. Go for it, Roy. Yeah.
What one do you want?
This is equality. We need men to support women as well. Men need to support the vag as well.
We'll get a photo of you with that.
Yeah, for sure. No one has to know. So yeah, Tom Larkin's keen to get in there.
What one do you like?
I reckon... Oh, they're all so beautiful.
I know.
I don't know. I'll go with one of these ones.
Little chocolate one.
Yeah, I'll go with little chocolate badge.
Give it a wee show to the camera. We got Alex here with a veg cake. We cunt cake.
Cunt cake. Oh, it's brilliant.